Turn it up in every city.
Spin to win a slice of swag this summer. The Erin Simpson show strapped Chris or me to the wheel each day, and we're spun to win you big prizes for our final week of shows. Up for grabs, we've got a massive GoPro underwater pack thanks to Extreme Sport, 2 ultimate toy packs thanks to Planet Fun, a PlayStation Vita and games pack featuring the new hit Tearaway, a spring-free trampoline, the world's safest trampoline, and thanks to Bike Fun, we have 5 mountain bikes. All you have to do is go online to tvnz.co.nz/Erin Simpson and register now to be in to win.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Before the break, we asked you which entrepreneur once got fired from a newspaper editor because he had no original ideas. Walt Disney, would you believe? Well, he sure showed them, didn't he? Now, if you are a fan of the Hunger Games, then you are going to know who today's Skype guest is. Stephanie-Leigh Schlund. Before getting into movies, Stephanie was a model on The Price is Right and actually knocked over a plasma TV while on air. Her first big acting role was playing Liam Hemsworth's sister in The Last Song. She was cast with Ellen Richardson, who plays her District 1 brother Gloss. Her favourite chick flick is Pretty Woman, and her best fashion find was a pair of Gucci pants found in a department store. Please welcome Hunger Games star Kashmir, aka Stephanie-Leigh Schlund. Hello, Stephanie, how are you?
Hi, I'm great. How are you?
Oh, good, thank you. Thank you for joining us for your first official New Zealand interview.
I know, I'm excited. And by the way, it wasn't me that knocked over the TV. It was another model, but we looked alike.
Oh, really? That is a great fact.
I know.
Okay, well,
I know,
now,
it's an urban myth.
yeah, and now New Zealand knows the truth. But honestly, thank you for joining us. Now, Kashmir, who is the character you play in the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, this is just incredible. What did you do when you found out you had the role, Stephanie-Leigh?
My family was in Mexico celebrating my father's birthday. So I went into the room to check my phone, and I found out I booked the role, and I ran back down to the beach to tell my family, and they didn't believe me. Nobody in my family believed me. So I just kind of tried to convince them for the rest of the day, but eventually they did, and here I am.
Nice. And of course, that's a nice story to be in Mexico in the first place as well.
I know, right? It was the best vacation ever.
Now, your character, not as kind and not as friendly as she makes out to be, is she?
No, not exactly. She's not really a girl's best friend.
So, is she friends with Katniss, or is she not friends with Katniss?
No, she's not friends with Katniss. She is quite a vicious girl who will do anything to win.
Ah, I get you, I get you. And of course, you have to be quite fit, obviously, for this movie. It's action-packed. What kind of training did you have to do?
We trained for 4 months before we started filming, and then we also trained while we were filming. And it was everything, it was a lot of physical training with our bodies, and then we also trained with our weapons, which were knives.
Whoa! Did you get hurt or anything?
There were a couple of scratches, but nothing too bad.
Yeah. And
producers took care of us.
that's nice to hear. And what about stunt doubles? Is there any stunt doubles, or is that you doing all the shots?
I did all of the movie except for one stunt, and I wanted to do it, but they asked me to stand and watch her do it first, and I watched her do it, and I said, yeah, she can have it.
That's so cool. Wow, you have done so well. While we've got you here, is there, because the movie came out in New Zealand today, is there any...
Awesome!
Yeah, it's perfect timing. What do you know? Is there any behind-the-scene facts that you can tell us about the movie?
Behind the scenes what?
Any behind-the-scene information or anything that we wouldn't know?
Jennifer Lawrence walks around with a giant bag of candy. And we filmed over Halloween, and then the cornucopia was actually built in the States, where we filmed in Atlanta, Georgia. And Google Maps updated their satellites while we were filming. So if you Google cornucopia, it will come up with pictures of the cornucopia.
Really?
Yeah, the producers freaked.
Going back to Jennifer Lawrence and her bag of candy, did she hand it out, or did she just eat it all herself?
No, she was very giving. Everybody got to have it. It was like a community bag of candy, but it was primarily hers.
Nice. And who was your favorite person to hang out with on set?
That's a tough one. I'd probably have to say my brother, because we were together 24/7.
Yeah.
All the time, attached at the hip.
Yeah, that's so nice. And as I said before, it's so nice to have you joining us, and you're going to stick around and we're going to talk about your dog, and you're going to answer some questions from your New Zealand fans.
Great.
Excellent. But first, if you're a fan of taking selfies, then this is a competition for you. Got some sweet snaps on your phone you want printed all over your walls? Onto a backpack? Or even on your stationery for 2014? Head to tvnz.co.nz/Erin Simpson and show us your Hadouken moves to win one of 10 $150 Fujifilm photo print vouchers. So get snapping to win. Oh, here we go. Hello and welcome back to the afternoon, which has been taken over by Hunger Games Catching Fire, and rightly so, because it's out in New Zealand as of today. And joining us is one of the stars from that movie, who plays Kashmir. Please welcome Stephanie-Leigh Schlund. So thank you so much for joining us.
No problem.
And we've got another friend of yours. Actually, your dog Jake is right there.
Yes, he's right. Uh-oh, hold on. Okay, Jake.
They do say never to work with animals, but look at him, he's so well behaved. Hi, Jake.
Hi. Say Jake, say hi. Hi, isn't he so cute?
Say hi to New Zealand, Jake.
Jake and I have not been to New Zealand yet, but it's on the list.
Cool. How long have you had Jake for?
About 7 years.
Oh, wow. Does he, has he come to set with you at all?
He's come to set when we filmed in my hometown, but he didn't go to set with me while we were filming Hunger Games. I was afraid he would go crazy around the water and want to swim. And I don't think dogs are allowed in the shots.
That's very true. Hey, Stephanie-Leigh, we've had a lot of questions, of course, come through from your New Zealand fans on our Facebook page. Do you mind if I ask you a couple?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Kieran Daniel Riches, what is the hardest thing you had to do in the movie?
In the interview scene, my shoes are the tallest things I've ever stood on in my life. And if you can look at pictures or you can see them in the film, if you really pay attention to my shoes, you'll know what I'm talking about. So for 3 days, I had to wear these shoes, and I hung on to the guy who plays my brother for dear life because I was so afraid of falling.
Wow, that's cool. We've had another one come through from Mihirangi Awa. Does she have any hidden talents? Do you have any hidden talents?
No, I'd say in this industry, I've pretty much put them all out there because you don't really hold back much.
Yeah, I guess you've got to put everything on the line. Cameron Champion, what's your favourite moment in the book or during filming?
I love the scene where her dress turns into the Mockingjay. I think it's beautiful. It's a beautiful scene. It was my favorite in the book, and it was by far my favorite in the movie.
Wow. And Lyshia, how epic is the Quarter Quell Arena?
It's insane. It is so crazy. Because I was a big fan of the books and the first movie, I was so looking forward to seeing the cornucopia. And the first time I stepped on set, I literally was in shock. I couldn't even think. It was so amazing. And it's so realistic. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in the films where you'll see people like slip and fall. That was not scripted. That just happened, and they kept it.
What size is it? Can you compare it to anything that we would know, like how many rugby fields or?
I'd actually say it would be about 3 rugby fields.
Wow.
Yeah, no, it was huge. It was huge.
Yeah. Okay, last one. Georgia Ross, what was it like acting in such a hugely loved movie?
Oh, it was great. I still don't believe it. It's just this whole experience has been so awesome. And I've gotten to talk to fans from all over the world. So this has been, just an amazing experience and one that I'll always hold with me. But yeah, I guess it'll become real for me when I see it on screen, just like you guys. But for now, I'm still in shock.
Yeah. Oh, nah, you're living the dream. So once again, thank you for talking to us in New Zealand. And if you want to catch up with Stephanie-Leigh even more, she is on Twitter, which is her account here. She's also on Instagram. So get amongst all of that. So yeah, very much thank you from everybody here. We're huge Hunger Games fans. So thank you for joining us, Stephanie-Leigh.
No problem. Bye, guys.
Now, if you're heading along to the movie, it is out today. And here is what you're in for.
Miss Everdeen, you fought very hard in the arena, but they were games. Would you like to be in a real war?